Okay, this video is going to be about carbohydrates specifically, which before in the last video you saw that carbohydrates are an example of macromolecules. Remember, these are large molecules. Make sure you have your date written down here and you have your title, Macromolecule Carbohydrates, because we're specifically talking about carbohydrates. So we're going to write carbohydrates. And the carbohydrates are made up of elements. And we're going to look at the elements found in carbohydrates. They are C, H, and O. What does that mean? That's carbon, hydrogen, oxygen in a 1 to 2 to 1 ratio. Now, what is 1 to 2 to 1 ratio? That means is for every one carbon atom, there are 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom. So, for example, if you have 6 carbons, you would have 12 hydrogens and 6 oxygens. And it would read like this: C6H12O6. And this actually happens to be the most common of all the carbohydrates. This is the most common of all the carbohydrates. This is glucose. Okay, so C6H12O6. These numbers here mean this is the number of atoms. See here, 6 carbons, 12 hydrogens, and 6 oxygens. Okay? So that's the elements. These smaller molecules that make up carbohydrates, or we call them monomers, or we also call them subunits of carbohydrates, are simple sugars. The function of carbohydrates: they store energy and they are structural components. We find them in things like plants. The structure of carbohydrates: they are straight or branched. It means they look like this. They can be straight or they can be branched like that. Examples: glucose, which is used for energy; starch, which is used for energy and structure; cellulose, which is structure in plant cells. Okay? We're going to take our highlighter and make sure we go through and we highlight elements, highlight monomers, function, structure, and examples, because you're going to need these. You can highlight carbohydrates as well. Make sure, again, that you put questions on the side, summary at the bottom, and make sure you move on to the next video.